In this video, I'm going to react to the do's and don'ts of visiting the South. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. This is the place where I react to music, media, sports, anime, anything related to popular culture. I'll watch it with an open mind and give you my 100% honest reaction to it. And if you could please hit that like button early, I'd really appreciate it. Now, this video has been on my list for a good few weeks now. It's by Walter's World. I love his channel. I watched his video of the do's and don'ts of visiting the States, and it was really informative. A lot of golden nuggets of information that I'm definitely going to take on board ahead of my trip next year. And speaking of the trip next year, the South is definitely a region that I want to see within the United States. You know, Virginia, Texas, I think Oklahoma, I think those are in the South. Like, I definitely want to see those states. And just considering how much I took from from Walter's United States vid, I thought that this would be really useful as well, just because, you know, I'm sure there's, like, even though the cultures within the UK and the US are quite similar, there's probably, you know, quite a few different variations here and there that, you know, it's useful to know. So let's go. This is going to be me reacting to the do's and don'ts of visiting the South. Let's do it.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Hornchurch World, and today we are here in Savannah, Georgia. And today we're going to cover for you are the don'ts.
That's a good looking building right here. Kind of almost looks like a miniature kind of House of Parliament almost. Like a very small version of it.
Of visiting the South of the U.S. and specifically the Southeast, you know, the Deep South, the Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, South Carolina, this kind of stuff, because there's some things you should know that are different than the traditional don'ts of the U.S. There's specific in general, there's some we want to focus on just for here in the South. And the first don't I have for you is don't forget your manners. Look, manners are a huge thing in the South. Whether you're a little kid or you're an old man, you need to have your manners when you're here.
And that should be the way it is everywhere. Like, it doesn't hurt just to speak nicely. Please, thank you. You know, just have a little respect. You know, a lot of people want respect, but to get respect, you have to give respect, you know? Or at least that's the way I see it and the way my parents taught me.
You do use your pleases and thank yous and yes ma'am and yes sir and things like that. That is not optional. That is how you speak when you're here, and you always show people respect, especially people that are older than you, okay? So you will be holding the door for people and things like that. And I'll tell you, don't you ever let an old Southern woman or an old Southern man or anyone that seems older than you stand up. You always give up your chair to the older ladies or the older gentlemen when you are there, because it is a sign of respect. That's how it works here in the South, because manners are a huge thing when you are here. And another thing is don't forget to smile when you are here. You'll see how happy and friendly the people are. And one of the parts that is just this happy-go-lucky nature that you have here in the South. So don't forget to smile, because you will have a good time. And with that is, don't be surprised if people randomly start up conversations with you when you are here in the South. Going grocery shopping, if you pass by somebody maybe twice in 2 different aisles, don't be surprised you strike up a...
Man, just seeing one of these monster trucks and like so close up, the suspension is just insane. Look at the size of the tires compared to the kid.
Conversation out of the blue on the next aisle. It is a completely normal thing here, because the Southerners are super friendly. I know, we were at a restaurant here in town a couple days ago. My credit card fell through the crack in the floor, like it was like a deck kind of thing that they had built up. They pried up the floor to get my card out. I'm like, dude, wow. I can call and cancel the card. It's okay. They're like, no, we got this taken care of. The people in the South are super friendly, so don't freak out about it. It's not fake. They are really that friendly and that helpful. So don't be scared to ask for help when you come here. That's another don't I have.
Like, regarding the friendliness, that's just great, honestly. That is just great. It's nice being in a community where, like here where I live, you know, I go on runs in the morning and, you know, people say hi, you say hi back, you know, people smile. It's just great, you know. It's just, it just makes it a nicer place to be.
for you, because you're going to see towns like Savannah or Charleston. There's so much history here. You're not sure, what should I be looking at here? I mean, you have this picture. What should I look at? Well, you got the Cotton Exchange right there. Like, oh, there's a historic building. And you got the fountains, and you got the Capitol building. You have these things. You're
Boiled
like, wow,
peanuts.
it is kind of a cool thing to check out, but you want to know more. And the Southerners do have a lot of pride in their hometowns, in their home states and stuff like that, that they will share that with you. So don't be afraid to ask, hey, we're the best biscuits in town. We're gonna get the best, the strongest drinks in town. They will be friendly and they will help you out. One of the things is when you do talk to the Southerners, you might notice that sometimes they're an accent. And what I will say is, don't think that that accent makes them stupid, okay? Just because someone has an accent doesn't make them like not know something or be less intelligent or whatever. And you have this stereotype that TV and radio and movies really kind of promote is, oh, if you got an accent, you must be some kind of hillbilly. Do not think that
That's just ignorant.
Southerners are hillbillies. Don't think their accent makes them stupid. It's not the case. You can have some great conversations with people when you are here, and they'll know more than you actually think they do. And so I want to give you the heads up on that. And another don't I have with you is when you are here and you do bring your kids, don't be surprised if your kids are acting up, if the locals will tell your kid, hey, straighten up, hey, get it together. You will see that here. People do scold other people's kids when you're here in the South. And I know if you're in the North or you're in California, West Coast or something like that, and someone tells your kid, hey, watch it, kid, you're like, don't tell my kid what to do. I've had people do that to us before. And I'm like, oh.
That picture's awesome.
I'm sorry, your kid just kicked me. Am I supposed to let your kid, hit me or something? Here, that stuff doesn't fly. Your kid's acting obnoxious. Be prepared to have people call you out on that. Because remember, number one, manners, okay? And that goes from young to old. So make sure little Johnny or little Susie know that, hey, you say yes, ma'am, yes, sir, please and thank you, and you don't make a mess, all right? So just a heads up on that one. Now, when they do call out your kids for their behavior, they're not judging you and judging your parental skills and stuff like that. What they kind of do here in the South is, it's the old mantra, it takes a village to raise a child, and so the whole village is helping out raising the child, okay? So don't be offended by it. Because you know what? It is hot when you're here, and that's my next don't is, don't melt when you come to the South. Look, July and August, oppressive heat in pretty much the entire deep South, and lots of places.
I'm glad that I'm planning on coming in like March, April time then. So this should be before the maximum heat level is in there.
It's oppressive humidity, like you walk out, you're like, oh, I'm gonna melt and die, oh, help me God. You do have that when you are here. So if you're gonna come, there's a reason why so many people winter in the South, because it's got nice weather in the winter. So come down here from October till April, and you're not gonna have the insane heat, you're gonna have nice weather and less humidity. But don't expect to not die of the heat and humidity if you do come in July and August. So I'll be honest with that. It can be pretty bad, okay? And I guess one of the other don'ts I'll have for you is if you're really hot and you want to get a drink and you go in, they might ask you, hey, what kind of Coke do you want? You're like, what? So my thing is, don't think that Coke just means Coke. Here, a lot of times what you'll see is they'll say, hey, what kind of Coke you want? They mean, what kind of soda would you like?
Wow.
What kind of pop or sody pop or drink? It's just the word they use for soda is Coke, okay? So don't freak out. You're like, I don't drink Coke. Yeah, I know. We have lots of different Cokes, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, whatever. You do have that when you are here. Now, the last few years, I've definitely seen a drop off in the number of places where they do use Coke as the de facto word for soda or soda pop. So you might not see it too often, but occasionally you will. So I just want to give you that heads up. And the thing is, if you're gonna meet up with Southerners to have a drink, whether it's a Coke or a beer or whatever.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. What is this? Is this crawfish? I don't know what it is, but I just need some. I need some immediately. I love seafood. It's just so good.
Is you gotta realize is don't expect the Southerners to be on time. There's definitely a much more laissez-faire attitude with time here in the South. And as Jocelyn will tell you, look, with this kind of humidity, how's my hair gonna dry? These kind of things, it takes a little bit more time. Or Jocelyn will tell me, hey, I've got to get my face on. Look, the thing is time.
There's so much of it. This is unreal.
Time is very relevant here. So if you're setting up a time, hey, let's meet at 8 o'clock, they might not be there till 8:30 or something like that or later. And don't worry if they write, she's like, oh, we're on our way. And that means like, I'm getting in the shower, okay? So the more time you spend here, you'll realize that Yeah, on time, not always a thing to expect to have here. Now, going back to that drinky kind of thing, another thing you need to know is when you when you get tea here, don't think your tea is going to be unsweetened, okay? In the South, you drink sweet tea, period, end of story. Unsweetened tea belongs in one place, down a drain, all right? So
down a drain.
if you're gonna get tea, it's gonna be sweet tea, all right? And it's really good. And don't think that sweet tea is tea plus sugar. No, no, no. For all my friends, when you go to a restaurant in the North and you ask for sweet tea, they say, oh, I have sugar packets with the tea. You're like, no, that's not the same thing, all right? So don't expect unsweetened tea.
I don't think I've tried iced tea before. I'm trying to think. Yeah, in memory, I can't recall a time where I tried iced tea. So when I hear tea, I just I think of the the hot kind with milk. Like iced tea. I can't even imagine what it would taste like. Maybe if I go to the shop, I'll see if I can find some.
When you're here, what I think is if you're looking at food, honestly, if you're going to be coming to the South, don't bring tight clothes, or at least bring a belt with a couple extra loops on it, because you're going to eat so much when you're here, because there's so much good food, from the fried chicken, the biscuits, the grits, oh my God, the barbecue, there's so much fantastic.
Wow, that waffle was absolutely huge. Hold on, let me find it. Look at that. That is massive, and the syrup and the butter just melting into it. Oh my goodness me. Oh.
Fantastic food that, yes, you will get quite big when you are here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll show you a picture of before I started coming to the South, and this is what I look like now, okay? So heads up with that. So don't forget a bit more room in your clothing when you are here. Now, my next stones kind of focus on...
Oh man, that hollandaise sauce looks amazing. Oh, jeez, man.
some misconceptions of Southern food. No, they don't fry everything, but they do fry a lot. But honestly, my biggest don't would be that, look, don't think that barbecue goes on the grill. The grilling things you grill on your barbecue at home is hot dogs and burgers and steaks. Barbecue here in the South is smoked meat, whether it is, of course, a Boston butt, oh my God, pulled pork is fantastic, or you're having brisket or whatever. You have the smoked meat that's been on there for hours and hours, and it makes it all succulent and juicy, and it's so good. And that's why when you're in the South, you're eating barbecue all over the place. Because the thing is, if you're thinking that barbecue is just grilled meat, think about it. If you put a steak or any kind of meat on your grill straight on the flames for 7 hours, you know what you'd have? Charcoal, okay? It's not the same thing. So don't think barbecue is on the grill. It's in a smoker. Just suck in.
Wow, what are these? Are these like cookies with, pralines in them? I don't even know what this is, but it looks like it's gonna make me fat. That's what it looks like.
And all those flavors. So definitely get barbecue when you are here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Another don't I have for you actually dealing with those barbecue thing is, don't be surprised if the barbecue sauce you have varies from state to state. So here in Georgia, we have sweet barbecue sauce, right? But if you go to South Carolina, it's like a barbecue-based barbecue sauce. If you go to North Carolina, it's a vinegar-based.
I can see how easy it must be just to pile on the weight, honestly. Like, oh man, I can definitely understand it.
Barbecue sauce. If you go to Memphis, well, Memphis, they use a dry rub on their ribs. And so you have all these different kinds of barbecue you could have. I mean, I was in Alabama, and oh my God, I had some fantastic ribs when I was there. And here in Savannah, I'm doing the pulled pork. And I mean, you just have all these different variations. So don't think, oh, I'm doing a Southern tour. We had barbecue in North Carolina. I don't need to have it again. You should, because it will be different in each place you go. And one thing that kind of goes along with the regional differences in the barbecue is also, don't think that all the South is the same. I mean, if you're going to Atlanta, it's a very different experience than coming here to Savannah or going to Charleston, which is very different than going to New Orleans or Natchez in Mississippi, or going to Memphis versus Nashville or Knoxville, or going to the Outer Banks and these kind of things. You have a lot of different kind of regional differences in the South, whether it's geography, whether it's people, whether it's food and cuisine and stuff like that. And yes, different types of barbecue that are out there. So don't think it's all the same. And don't think, well, I went to Atlanta, I saw the South. No, you saw part of the South. So go and explore more of it. Another don't I have for you has to do with that beautiful Spanish moss you see behind me. See it just kind of dripping down.
Yeah, I do like these kind of trees. The way they droop like a like Walter said, it looks really, it's really pretty.
There, oh, it is so cool. And you want to go and grab some and hold it like, oh, should I wear it as a shawl? Look, my don't for you is if you're in the coastal part of the South and you see Spanish moss, don't touch it. There's little buggies in there. There's little chiggers in there that will bite you and bite you and bite you, and you get all itchy and stuff like that. So don't try to make your own I'm going to be Mark Walters picture and stuff it in your shirt so you get a big belly like me. Don't do that, okay? Because that stuff, man, you'll be like, can't make it stop. And that's more, I mean, most people would know to do that, not to do that, but I have seen a lot of kids, they'll go and start playing with it and their parents don't realize it. So I want to make sure you know, don't play with the Spanish moss. Now, a fashion don't I have for you, and I know I am not the person to listen to about fashion, and that's okay, is if you're a tourist, don't worry if you feel underdressed. Look, here in the South, you can, I mean, there's fashion, all fashion is acceptable here. You'll see people wearing flip-flops and G-strings, and you'll see people wearing their Southern gentleman best and their seersucker suits. You'll see that. And the thing is, though, if you go to, for example, you go to a football game in Georgia, guess what? You'll see people in heels. We were at the grocery store.
Wow, so people really get dressed up to go watch football games. Huh. That's interesting. Like usually here, like if you go see a football game, like a soccer game, you'll be dressed reasonably fashionably, but it'll be mostly sort of like sportswear. You'll see a lot of, you know, sneakers. You'll see a lot of like bomber jackets, like they're like a puffy style of jacket. But yeah, you won't see people in like suits or dresses or anything like that. So it's quite interesting to hear the difference.
Publix and people are doing their grocery shopping in heels. It's not an uncommon thing. So don't feel that you have to dress up that nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, people will be appreciative of it, but you don't have to dress up that nice when you are here. So another don't in the South is don't mess with the mayonnaise. And in the South, you got two great mayonnaise. The best is Duke's. This is what you always want to get. Blue Plate, also very much an acceptable kind of thing. Not Miracle Whip, no, never that, but Duke's, Blue Plate, you'll be good to go, and you'll get it on all kinds of stuff. Now, another Southern food I want to give you a don't for are grits, okay? And my thing is, don't think grits are just for breakfast, because when you see grits, they look...
What are grits? I mean, they kind of look like porridge to me. Are they quite similar to porridge? And I don't know what these are, but they just look so delicious. Yeah. Grits and cheese. Okay, so they can't be similar to porridge because I can't imagine ever having cheese in my porridge. So maybe they're a more savory type of thing.
Like a cream of wheat or an oatmeal or a porridge kind of thing. But the thing is, they do look like that, but they're actually made out of hominy. And if you're not sure what hominy is, it's like a corn derivative, so you do have that. But the thing is, you look at it, you think, oh, this is going to be like a porridge. It's only for breakfast. Oh, no, 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 no. Grits are good any time of the day. You can have normal plain grits or cheese grits, which is always good. My personal favorite, if you're looking for something like a lunch or a dinner thing, shrimp and grits, oh my God, it is so good. So don't think grits are just for breakfast. It may look like it, but it so isn't. And going along with that, don't think biscuits are the same here as well, because biscuits in the South, there's a different kind of flour they use. So make sure if you get a chance to grab some biscuits whenever you can, because oh my God, they are so good. Seriously, don't pass up the food in the South. I've said it before, I'll say it again. It is so good, from the fried chicken to the pecan pie to, oh my God, anything you have here is awesome. And the thing is, if you're going to cities like Savannah, you'll have traditional Southern cuisine, you know, collards and stuff like that, but you also have newer.
Wow, I just noticed the egg. Like, look at the yolk. They've made like the yolk into some like flour type shape. How would you even do that?
Kind of fusion kind of Southern food, so you can have all kinds of great mixes. Now, another thing you should know is when you come to the South, I know when people come from around the world to come visit the US, we have a very popular sport here in the US we call football, or you might call American football. And here in the South, it's like a religion. People love their SEC football. They have their Georgia Bulldog shirts on, or their Alabama, the Crimson Tide, or LSU or whatever. They really love their football in the South, okay? And so if you're...
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, some of the college football entrances I've seen, the grandeur, you know, they're just so elaborate and big, and the crowds are so huge, like 100,000 seat like stadiums. It's literally massive from what I've seen. It's incredible.
You're gonna make this thing, oh, it's boring, soccer's better, or basketball's better. Just don't just don't. I'm telling you right now, it is not worth the headache of the discussion because they love their football here. They're super passionate about it. And don't pass up the chance to go to a football game on a Saturday in the fall because it'll be a great experience, not just for the game, but don't miss out on tailgating, the party before the game when you're grilling out and you're drinking beer with your buddies and stuff like that. It's a whole experience, and you'll see that, wow, why is it from on this Saturday, it's from 3 till 6, the city was empty? Oh, because the Georgia Bulldogs were playing, and so everybody in town was watching the game. You do have that when you are here. And I guess another don't I'll give you is when you're preparing for that tailgate and you're going to the grocery store or the grocery, when you get your stuff, you know that little thing you fill up with all the groceries?
Yeah, the trolley, as we would call it here.
That thing you push around, don't call it a cart here. It's called a buggy, all right? It's a buggy you push around. And my last don't for you is don't skip out on visiting the South. You will fall in love with it, with amazing architecture, amazing people, tons of beautiful towns to visit. You go to Natchez, Mississippi, or on the Mississippi River and seeing all the homes there, or visiting New Orleans and seeing the history there and the Creole culture, or maybe you're heading up to Oxford, Mississippi, where Ole Miss.
This looks very cool. I love this sort of feel. This looks like downtown somewhere. Who can tell me where this is? Like, let me know in the comments if you know where this is.
Or you're heading through Alabama, or you're coming here into Savannah, Georgia, or going to Charleston, or hitting Atlanta, the mega metropolis of the South, going up to Asheville for amazing beer, or hitting the Outer Banks. There's so much great things to enjoy in the South that you really want to go and explore. And that's why I tell people, don't try to see the whole US, pick a region and focus on that. And the South is a great region to see because you can drive around lots of places. The roads are good because there's no freezing and thawing, so the highways stay even, which is awesome. And you really, really love it because the people, they care about their cities, they care about their towns, they have a very much pride in those places, so they want to share that with the tourists like you, like me, so you will fall in love with places like that. And we really appreciate all of your support, whether it's in following or it's in liking
video.
or...
Yeah, super informative video from Mark. It was really, really interesting seeing the different cuisines. I mean, you know, anyone who's been following this channel for a while knows that I've been like doing food reactions, but it does seem like a lot of my favorite types of foods are like concentrated to the South. So I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend quite a bit of time there. Like, you know, I don't want to get too huge, but I think I'm going to have to just reconcile with the fact I'm going to put on a decent amount of weight while I'm out there. But, you know, you only live once, so why not? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and keep throwing the recommendations my way. I know I say it all the time, but they genuinely help me out because if I know you enjoyed watching something, I'll definitely enjoy reacting to it. So like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, keep throwing the recommendations, and I'll catch you in the next one.